Welcome to Take a Bite Podcast, Stories for Hungry Kids. My name is Miss Janine, and I'm going to tell you a story today to help you eat. Sounds easy, right? It is, but most importantly, it's fun. So, grab some breakfast, lunch, or dinner, a family member or friend, and your listening ears. Oh, there's one rule. Every time I stop my story and say, take a bite, you take a good bite of your yummy food. And if you finish that bite before I stop again, don't wait for me. Keep on munching. Okay, enjoy your meal, enjoy the story, and let's go! Take a Bite podcast stories are written for children 3 years of age and up. Adult supervision is always required while kids are eating and listening. Always remind your child to finish chewing before taking another bite to prevent choking. Please see our website, takeabitestories.com, for more information. By listening to this podcast, you agree to all terms and conditions set forth within. French toast with fries. Toast is a black and white terrier dog from a small town in France. He loves all things French, like fresh cheese, cafes, and warm bread. One spring morning, Toast decided to ride his bike to the bakery for breakfast. Take a bite. The French word for bakery is la boulangerie. At the end of the story, we're going to practice saying some of the French words together. But for now, back to Toast. So Toast got out his bike from beside the stairs of his apartment and headed to the elevator. He pressed the down button and waited with his shiny red bicycle. The elevator door opened. Toast went in and pressed the star button to go to the ground floor. Take a bite. Toast loved to count the floors as he went down in both French and English, since he was still learning. In his head, he said, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, 1. There we are. The elevator door whooshed open and Toast stepped out, pushing his bike. Take a bite. Toast walked through the lobby as all his doggy neighbors barked bonjour. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Bonjour means hello in French. Toast placed his paws on the sidewalk and looked around. The town was buzzing with activity. Cars were driving, buses breezed by, people and animals were walking, and the smells of fresh bread were everywhere. Take a bite. This little town was in the beautiful mountains of France, with a lake for swimming, cobblestone streets. La Boulangerie was a few blocks away, so Toast hopped on his bike and started pedaling. He didn't make it very far. In the middle of the road stood Toast's best doggy friend, Fries. He was a furry little yellow dog and was shaking from fear. He was stuck in the center of the road as cars beeped by. Take a bite. Luckily, Toast had his bike, and his bike had its magical bell. This bell had special powers. Whenever a friend was in trouble, Toast could ring the bell and save the day. So he did just that. And just like that, all the cars came to a stop. A helpful man even got out of his car to help Fries from the road. Fries was safe now, so he gave Toast a big, happy tail wag. And the two friends decided to continue to La Boulangerie together. Take a bite. Toast rode his bike as Fries trotted beside him, tongue hanging from his doggy mouth. They went past the lake beach with people swimming and dogs playing ball. They rode and trotted past the cafes with folks enjoying croissants and coffee as they sat outside tables. They were getting closer to the train tracks when they heard horrible hissing all around them, with mad meows too. Oh, furry felines! It was the stray cat gang! They ruled this part of town, and they didn't like dogs near their dumpsters. Take a bite. Toast and Fries wanted nothing to do with this naughtiness, so they simply stopped. Toast rang his magical bike bell, and the cats scurried off in all directions. Whew! The sidewalk was clear again, so now Toast and Fries continued their journey to their favorite breakfast spot. They had already passed a few bakeries by now. They're practically on every corner in French towns. But this boulangerie served biscuit bread. Loaves of bread with pieces of dog biscuits inside. Take a bite. Toast and Fries could almost taste the bread as they approached the train tracks. But there, blocking the way, was a broken-down train. The conductor was outside with the fix-it crew, trying to figure out what was wrong. The train appeared to be on the tracks. It had plenty of fuel to run on, and its buffers were not busted. Whatever could be the problem? Toast knew what to do. He rang his bell and waited. Take a bite. Yep, it worked. The train's engine started up again, the crew clapped and congratulated, and soon the tracks were clear. The train puffed off in the distance as it began to climb the mountain. Toast and Fries were glad to have helped, but this was starting to get exhausting. That means it was making them really tired. Luckily, they could see La Boulangerie now, and they could smell warm doggy biscuit bread. Fries hopped up into Toast's bike basket for the coast down the hill. Take a bite. They sped up down the sidewalk, and as Toast rang and rang his bell, everyone moved right out of their way. Toast didn't even need to pedal now, as they enjoyed the ride down the smooth sidewalk hill. Fries was loving his view from the basket, and his yellow fur blew beautifully in the breeze. Take a bite. Toast's black and white hairy ears flapped and flew this way and that as the doggies finally reached the bakery. They got off the bike, placed it against the building, and caught their breath. As they turned and reached towards La Boulangerie door, something shocked them. A giant sign on the door that read Fermé. No, that means closed in French. Toast and Fries looked at each other as their tails drooped. Take a bite. They came all this way. They were so hungry. There was nothing they could do except head back to the bike. Wait. Can you think of something they should do? What a great idea! They should ring their magical bell. It was Fry's turn this time, so he took his cutie paw and wasted no time. Before the ring was even finished, the dogs heard the bakery door swing open behind them. Take a bite. The baker appeared in the doorway. Bonjour et bienvenue, she exclaimed, which means hello and welcome. I am so sorry. I did not realize the close sign was still up. We are open. Please come in. Toast and Fries lit up with smiles as they tried their best not to drool. They are dogs, you know. Take a bite. They entered La Boulangerie and ordered lots and lots of bread with biscuits for breakfast. They enjoyed it with some fresh butter and berries sitting outside beneath the warm spring sun. What a magical morning it had been. Take one more yummy bite, Okay, I promised you that we would practice saying some of the French words that we learned in Toast's story. So the first one was the bakery. Do you remember how to say that in French? We heard it a lot. La boulangerie. Make sure you're not chewing and then try to say la boulangerie. Good job. In between the words I teach you, if you want to take a bite and finish chewing and then practice saying the next word, that would be a great idea. Okay, so the next thing Toast did was he woke up and he decided to go down the elevator to get to the bottom floor, and he counted backwards. We won't do that. Let's just count from 1 to 10 in French. You can count on your fingers as you follow along with me and say the words too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. You just counted from 1 to 10 in French. So after that, Toast was in the lobby and he said hello to his neighbors in French. And he said, bonjour. Bonjour means hello. Can you say bonjour? Good job. After that, when Toast and Fries got to the bakery, there was the sign that meant closed, and it said fermé. Can you say fermé? Good job. That means closed. Then at the very end of the story, the baker said, bienvenue, and that meant welcome. You try saying bienvenue. Good job. Bienvenue means welcome. If you liked learning French in the story, you can listen to it again and again, and the more you listen and practice, the more you'll remember. So until next time, friends, au revoir. That means goodbye. Well, are you full? Did you finish your meal? Good job. If you didn't, keep eating. Mom or Dad can head to our website, takeabitestories.com, for some discussion questions. You can see what you remember about the story, how it made you feel, and what you liked about it. If you're all done for now, thanks for listening. I hope this story made you hungry for more. Bye-bye.